So let's talk about how something goes from a documented release to a cultural wildfire, because this is where it gets fascinating. When the Epstein files were released, they weren't a movie script. They were legal documents, names, flight logs, depositions, and redactions. But within hours, social media had distilled thousands of those pages into screenshots, cropped images, and bold captions.
Context gets lost fast.
Exactly. So a name in a document becomes connected, and a photograph becomes proof, and association becomes involvement. But legal context doesn't move as fast as viral content.
That
Here's
internet.
how the cycle typically works. So, step one, a real event happens. Epstein is charged, documents are released. That's factual. Step two, the media summarizes it. Headlines highlight big names because that's what gets attention. This is true. I get duped into a lot of articles that I read and they mean nothing.
Yep.
They just look like they're going to be great.
Clickbait.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sarah. I hate that clickbait.
We
So
need to start doing it.
I know. I should, but then I feel guilty. So the media summarizes it. Headlines highlight big names because that's what gets attention. Step three, social media extracts the most shocking elements. A single image circulates without explanation. Step four, interpretation begins. Why was this person there? Why did they know that? What did they know? And who else is involved? Hopefully that made sense. The theory expands, and once expansion begins, it rarely contracts.
And when it involves celebrities, especially someone like Michael Jackson or Donald Trump,
Mhm.
emotion is already baked in.
Right. Because Michael Jackson isn't just a name, he's nostalgia, he's controversy, and he's decades of unresolved public debate. And to be honest, I think everyone really loves him, and it's sad when they have to think they can't love him. So when his name appears anywhere near something like Epstein, even loosely, it reignites everything. So
Mm.
here's what's important: appearing in documents does not equal criminal involvement. Many individuals named in Epstein related releases have not been charged with crimes connected to him. That doesn't mean they're innocent of unrelated actions. It doesn't mean they're guilty either. It means proximity alone is not proof.
And the internet doesn't really operate on proximity is not proof. It operates on patterns, recognition, and emotional reaction.
Exactly. Look at me trying to do my hair in the middle of this. So, humans are wired to detect patterns, even when patterns aren't there. We talk about this a lot. So, if we see powerful people, children involved, private islands, wealth, and secrecy, our brains start filling in the gaps. I mean, it does it when we're reading our scripts. We make up words that seem more logical to us than what are really there all the time.
True.
Here I go again. But here's the uncomfortable twist. Sometimes powerful networks do exist, and in the sense of influence and protection. We've seen documented cases where powerful individuals were shielded for years. So when the real scandal breaks, people don't just ask, is this true? They ask, how much bigger is this than we're being told?
And the question is, how much bigger is where the conspiracy narratives thrive?
Definitely, because uncertainty feels unsafe. And a big dramatic explanation, even if unproven, can feel more satisfying than an incomplete answer.
Right?
And a lot of people feel that way with true crime. Some people will not even listen to a true crime story unless there was like a verdict or a final explanation, like, oh, they found the body. Like, no one likes these
Unsolved.
unsolved, unfinished. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
doesn't feel complete to us. And that says something, I think. Do you like unsolved mysteries or do you like them to be resolved?
Well, if it's a local unsolved mystery, I would like to try and solve it, but I would want it solved regardless. But I do like knowing the end result. When I watch something, I hope to find out what happened at the end. Otherwise, it's almost like a movie. that ends really crappy,
Oh,
which is
like in a
sad to
day.
say, but that's the way our brains must work.
It's true, but then you get to sit with all these, like, unknowns with the storyline, and you can kind of, like, complete your own story. Do you remember those books where you would read them and you could pick your own ending? You could
Yeah.
either do A or B?
Yep.
I
I
mean,
do
sometimes I
remember that.
kinda like that little surprise.
That is true.
Did you like those?
I can usually predict a movie. I'm really good about it. Even sometimes what they're gonna say next.
I mean, I think I'm good at it, but I think that's only when it's, like, such a predictable movie. If you give me one with a lot of twists and turns, I never end up with the right answer at the end. Do you?
No, no.
I get so confused sometimes.
Sometimes I'll get lucky on that, but not always. Nope.
I love it. I did love Jordan's letter to your parents. I thought that was super sweet.
Yeah, I was like, "That's not cool." He wrote a better letter to my mom. Mine was kinda boring. He didn't say he made all these friends. I was like, "What?"
Yeah, he was so proud of himself. I'm like, maybe more people should join the military. Can we talk about something? Because this is
Yeah.
where my mind always goes. What if he does not get in?
So his division, already like 30 people got dropped. People are getting dropped like flies.
I remember you
So
saying that's why I kind of thought like,
Jordan did really good on his test. He did better than 80% of the people that take it. Jordan's never done anything in his life besides expired tags 13 times. To get into the submarines, it's like their most top secret. So, but I just knew in my heart of hearts this was it for him because he doesn't have a degree. You
mhm,
can pay to go get skilled training, but I'm like, and I just know IT. He's good with computers. He's good
mhm.
with and they like 100% medical for life. I mean, the benefits alone are just insane. He hasn't gotten yelled at since that one time. He's a really good shooter. The stuff that worried me the most was his ADD, him not making a bed good enough, his uniform being sloppy. That was my only concerns for Jordan, which is kind of sad. I mean, I wasn't concerned he's not going to know how to operate a gun. I was a little worried he might not be able to swim, but he's pretty active and he's pretty decent shape. So I knew he could probably get the running down, but
I was
he
pretty
didn't.
scared when you were talking about the swim test and being in the Navy. I almost envisioned like, do you remember that one where it was a true story about the man that was a diver and he had to go down in this really heavy suit? I was like terrified. I'm like, oh my God, Jordan's going to have to do that. He's going to have to jump in water in like an astronaut suit, but for water.
I don't think they even do that. But what's more insane to me is how many kids sign up for the Navy that don't even know how to swim.
That's true.
And so
Not
many
everyone
get sent
does.
home. So many parents are posting in all these Navy groups I'm in. My kid couldn't pass the swim test. Like, why not try? Like,
Yeah.
I even asked Jordan, you know how to swim, right? Like,
Did
you've
they
got
make
to.
you open your eyes underwater?
They make you like be able to float like face down and be and like stay there and like probably emergency type
See, I can
situations.
do that, but don't ask me to open my eyes in that water. It's not gonna
He
happen.
has to do the tear gas and the all those tests, but I don't know, a submarine's pretty boring, but I guess they have the best food and they have the best mental health support because you are in like
Yeah, already in a weird nation
one
that
mom was
people
like,
wanna
their kid's
die.
gonna be on mission for 6 months. Look up what they sleep in, it's like racks, and you don't have your own rack, like, you have your no assigned sleeping spot. You share day and night shift. He's obviously knows all that, so I think he will be okay because 'cause they're the safest, I think anyway, the submarines.
It
Yeah.
sounds terrifying. I would totally not be able to do it.